Come in. Come in, Dolren. Veltar? Come in. Are you there? Anyone? It's Collis. Please respond. Please. Please. Not just me.
It's not just you. Quiet. Do you want them to hear?
You startled me.
You're a soldier in a war zone. You shouldn't be jumping at sudden noises.
I wasn't supposed to be a soldier.
Well, none of us what we were supposed to be.
You're him, aren't you?
No, I'm not. What's your name, soldier?
Collis.
Is the rest of your squad dead?
I think so.
Then it's up to us. This way. Not much further, according to this.
We're reaching the edge of the forest.
There. It's in there.
The Annihilator.
No, stay back.
Area secure. Intruders eliminated. Return to Dalek command.
All right, they're gone. But best we give it a few minutes just to be safe.
What is that place?
The Vildaran Institute for Fine Arts. Well, that's what it used to be, before the Daleks wiped them from history. They were a beautiful people.
I was told that was why Vildar was chosen. They specifically target the artistic and the intellectual. Races will miss.
They shouldn't have been a part of this.
That's why they're doing it. They're playing on our guilt.
Surrender or we kill more innocents. Yes, I know. Believe me, I know. I came here once. Back when I came here. The sky was made of dreams. Those days are gone.
So the sooner we steal the Annihilator, the better. Then they can't do it to anyone else.
I'm not here to steal it. I'm here to destroy it.
What? I thought that...
Lystra didn't send me. I'm here out of my own volition.
But you're on our side.
I'm on the side of the innocents. The collateral, you know what that thing does? The Annihilator. Did they tell you? It erases a species from history, but keeps the timelines intact. You understand what that means?
It means that we remember them, even though they never existed. We know they were here. We know what we've lost.
No, more than that. It means they feel it. Every member of every species it destroys, every member that species has ever had, feels it. Feels their removal from history. Imagine that. The agony of being unwritten.
I'd rather not.
It's one of the most heinous devices ever invented. You think I can let something like that fall into just anyone's hands?
Our hands. Time Lord hands.
And you think those are better? Our hands are steeped in blood. So much blood no amount of water could wash it away. Mine more than most. I think our way is clear.
I can't let you destroy it.
Then you're just going to have to kill me, aren't you? This way.
I'd rather not kill you.
And I'd rather not die, so best we do neither. Problem solved. Our respective positions dovetail perfectly.
They've let this place go to ruin, haven't they?
Did you think they were going to preserve it as a museum for future generations of Daleks to visit and explore?
No. It's just... How come it's all so overgrown? It only happened a few days ago. This looks ancient.
That's retroactive demolition for you. In here. Although it appears they brought flora and fauna of their own.
What are those?
Varga plants, native to Skaro. Although they're a little more animalistic than the plants you'll be used to.
Oh, they're hideous.
Well, their appearance is the most pleasant thing about them. They're deadly.
Deadly?
I imagine some of them to be your colleagues. Have you not been given any briefing at all?
I told you, I'm not a soldier. What do you mean they were my colleagues?
When they're awake, they move. They hunt. One touch of those thorns and you're infected. You grow into one of them. The vegetable matter overwhelms you. All you're left with is the hunger. From what I've seen, this particular variety is genetically tailored for Time Lords. Regeneration inhibitors, certain death.
Then perhaps we should go a different way.
Not a chance, I'm afraid. According to this, the Annihilators are right there among them. Makes sense. Why waste Daleks on patrol when you've got a perfect, natural security force that you can plant anywhere? They seem fairly dormant.
You're not going in there?
Do you have a better idea? I'm open to suggestions. No? Going in there it is, then.
Just don't wake them.
Oh, I wasn't planning to. Are you joining me, or are you waiting up there? If you really want to stop me destroying the Annihilator, you might have to be more proactive.
All right.
Tread carefully. Let's see.
What are you doing?
Reversing the polarity. If I can train this device back upon itself...
It'll be wiped from history. It'll never have existed.
It won't alter the timeline. Its effects will still be felt.
You won't get any raised species back.
No, still, I might not be able to unwrite the misery it's caused, but I can stop it hurting anyone else.
We wouldn't use it. We couldn't. Skaro's history's like ours, time-locked.
If the High Council wasn't intending to use it, why do they want it saved? They will use it. Maybe not on the Daleks, but on someone. Well, kill me or lend a hand. Don't just stand there.
What do you want me to do?
Hold that switch there. Won't be long.
I think the Vargas are awake.
So they are. Better work more quickly then.
They're coming this way.
Just a few moments more.
Do what you've got to do. I'll take care of this.
What are you doing? The Vargas will kill you.
I'm not sure I've much life left anyway, to be honest. I'm disobeying orders. Letting you destroy the target. That's a court-martial at best. Vaporization at worst.
Yes, vaporization during hostilities seems to me like doing the Daleks' job for them. I'd have thought they'd need everyone they had.
They need people who obey without question. They don't need the likes of me. Well, get on with it.
All right.
No one will miss me. I was a clerk. Not much of a life. Just an existence. Is it quick? If they touch me, tell me. Is it quick?
This particular breed, I don't believe so.
Take this!
What?
Here, pulse grenade.
Why not use it now?
The blast would knock us both out. I want the Annihilators sorted first.
I don't want to kill you.
And I don't want to die, but we don't have the choice anymore. There are too many of them!
Get back over here!
I need to buy you time!
I'm nearly finished!
One just touched me.
No!
Don't stop! End it!
Of course!
More and more of them! I can feel it! I can feel things changing!
And here we go!
Heavens! It's beautiful.
Now!
Doctor! Kill. Kill.
No, not...
Kill. Kill. Help me! The grenade! Kill. Kill.
Of course! Goodbye, Collins! Let's hope your sacrifice was worth it!
Shadowvar, you are sure the Daleks won't interfere with your work? This place doesn't feel terribly secure.
You have your time locks, Gallifreyon. We have our own methods of protection.
It's just that the High Council have been expressing concern. I think they might relax somewhat if you offered more information.
We have cast a warding spell over this world as armor and a veiling spell so that we will not be found. We are as secure as we need to be.
Is that all the detail you're giving me?
I do not explain any further because you will not understand any further. The ways of my people are as incomprehensible to you as your technology would be to monocellular organisms. All you need to know is that we are safe. Be certain of that.
Right. I see. But our ships can still get through.
Of course.
The first is due very shortly. We need that cargo.
So do we all. It knows the way. It will land. Open! Ah! You hear that? There's an urgency to the casting. The time of arrival approaches.
I'll take your word for that.
Show me, O horned ones! Bring me a vision that I might see, that I might witness the approach of those who would ally themselves with your chosen people. In thy name, I strike my staff. Show me!
No! Not again!
You are your people's emissary, Jared. You should do well to respect our ways.
I do, believe me. I just find them unnerving, that's all.
There, look there. I see your people approach. I see their aura.
I can't see anything.
That is because your mind is closed. They are permitted.
Captain Solix.
Coordinator Jared,
Piercing the veil can prove discomforting if one is not used to it.
Are you quite well?
I will be.
They shall recover. Interesting. I thought you only brought me the dead.
That was the arrangement, yes.
Then why do I feel one soul within your cargo? One living soul.
Solix.
I don't know. I just picked up who I was told to.
I would see inside your timecraft. Follow. These are your corpses.
Yes.
So many.
You sound surprised. What did you expect to happen to your people in war?
I haven't seen it this close before.
This one. He lives.
Let me check the data. Vildar. He was found on Vildar. It was a massacre. The entire squad was wiped out.
Demonstrably not.
Then who... Of course. It's him. Don't you see? It's him. The Doctor. He used to be called the Doctor. Only I wouldn't call him that now. He doesn't like it by all accounts.
The Renegade? I read about him. I expected someone bigger, I suppose.
Don't underestimate him, Solex. He's a wily old fox. He'll outthink us all.
He wasn't supposed to be on Vildar. I was told everyone died and to pick them all up. He looked dead. Nobody knew he was there.
Well, they do now. I've sent the High Council a message. They'll decide what to do with him. They'll send someone through when Shadowvar deigns to lift the veil.
Nothing's a bit technological for them, isn't it? I thought they only used magic.
They're technomancers, Solex, not wizards. Their society combines magic and technology. The one powers the other. This might appear to be an ordinary communicator, but open it up and...
What's that?
No idea. Some kind of energy totem. But whatever it is, it's all that's keeping this thing going. Shadowvar cast a messenger spell over it. That's how it works. It's the same everywhere. Doors, computers, view screens. They all look voice-activated, but they only have the tiniest shred of mechanization between them. I'm just glad this thing's got buttons. That's a crumb of comfort. How goes the war, Solex?
Not well, sir.
Then we'll have to see what we can do about that.
You are fully recovered, Time Lord?
Getting there. This is helping.
That elixir. Yes, it appears a potent restorative. An unusual concoction. I've not previously encountered it.
You don't know about tea?
No, it is new to me.
Well, then how are you able to make a cup?
Through your memory of it. I conjured it from your mind.
Really? I usually use a kettle.
Ah, he's awake. Good day, Doc. I am Coordinator Jarad. How are you feeling?
Terrific. Next silly question.
Yes, that famous wry sense of humor.
Where am I?
In our base on Aldris. You have heard of Aldris?
Aldris. It stirs the echo of a memory. Yes. The planet of the technomancers. I remember the legends.
I hadn't heard of them.
Well, I imagine I've seen rather more of the universe than you. We must have travelled awfully far back.
The earliest days of the galaxy. You do realize you are not supposed to be here?
Well, you brought me here. What's your point?
We can't let you stay. I've sent a message to the High Council. I'm sure they'll send someone shortly.
Top secret base, is it? Undertaking work that might prove too rich for the delicate palate of the ordinary Gallifreyan.
You know I can't answer that.
Oh, yes, you can. My warrant of authority. Access all areas. Signed by Cardinal Olistra herself.
Olistra? But she would never...
Oh, she would, and she has. I was of some service to her during the Keska incident. She felt it the least she could do.
I see.
Well then, I'd like you to explain your work to me. In detail.
It's complex and difficult. I'm not sure I could summarize it easily.
I've got time. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, perhaps I could, show you. Yes. Yes, I could show you.
A guided tour?
Not exactly. A demonstration, perhaps? I think that's what I would call it. A demonstration. Wait here.
That piece of paper you showed him, your warrant.
What about it?
It was blank. There wasn't a single word written upon it.
Yes, I thought you might have said something about that. Gerard didn't seem terribly strong-willed to me. I thought he was worth the risk. But you, I doubted psychic paper would fool one of your kind. And yet you didn't speak.
Why should I care what lies lesser species tell one another? Your petty games mean nothing to me. I serve a higher power.
Yes, the horned ones, isn't it? Tell me about them.
Coordinator Jared has taken delivery of our cargo. The technomancers are casting their summoning spells as we speak. The power sources should arrive shortly. You'll be expected to accompany them to the temple, but at that point your duties temporarily cease, so you can return to Gallifrey. Yeah, that's enough. I know none of us is comfortable with these people, but do your best to maintain civility. You're members of the Chancellery Guard, so act like it.
Captain Solix, a word.
Guard dismissed. Coordinator.
The Doctor.
The renegade?
Yes, well, whatever you wish to call him. When you found him on Vildar, was he alone?
I'm not sure.
Was there someone with him? It would be useful to know.
Yeah, there might have been. There'd been an explosion. I think there were two of them. They'd been caught in the blast.
I need a name. Can you get me a name?
You talk of the horned ones. How unusual. Most of your people do not believe them to be real.
I've heard the rumors. I like to keep an open mind.
Even some who have resided here, who have worked with us and have seen our magics, even they deny their reality. They consider them a metaphor, a coded phrase for some natural phenomenon.
Well, as I said, I'm rather more traveled than most.
The Horned Ones came to this world in its earliest days, back when the universe was very, very young. They came to escape a dimension quite different to our own.
So I'm told.
Their very presence twisted this world, curved it into a new form. And it is through harnessing their power that we gain ours.
I see. And when they escaped their own dimension, what exactly were they escaping from?
Who can say? That information has not been revealed to me. Maybe they fled the destruction of their sphere. Maybe they escaped pursuit.
I heard they were kings. Violent and cruel kings. Hounded from their realm when their subjects rejected them.
Yeah, well, we all hear stories. All I know is that they ended their journey on this world, and it is on this world that they sleep.
Hibernation?
The physics of our universe were alien to them. Continued presence caused them pain. So they rest, waiting.
Waiting? Really? For what?
Good. You're still here. Has Shadowvar been keeping you entertained?
In a manner of speaking.
Good. Good. Well, I think we're ready now. I can show you precisely what we've been up to.
Oh, where do we have to go?
You don't have to go anywhere. You can wait right here. Solix, bring her in.
Hello.
But you're dead. She was dead.
She's not now.
I killed her.
And I forgive you. Hello.
Hello? Collis? No, this is too much! This is too much!
You took that well.
I'd better get after him. Wait! Stop!
I don't know what you're playing at, Gerard, but I cannot approve. That girl was dead. I saw her die.
Then shouldn't her revival be cause for celebration?
No, the dead stay dead. That's what they do. Believe me, I know.
Rather an old-fashioned attitude, wouldn't you say? Time War has allowed a certain flexibility to such things. You've seen the results.
I have. Bringing back those who might prove useful through mass manipulation of the timelines. Yes, I've seen it, and I didn't approve of that either.
You'd rather they were gone forever?
Death's the only certainty we have. Why take it away? For some of us, it's the only peace we can hope for.
Come back. Talk to her. She might be able to change your mind.
I doubt it.
You can at least try. If you killed her, as you said, surely you owe her that. I got him back.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to upset you.
I'm not upset. I'm just surprised. I thought you were gone.
I was, but now I'm back to fight another day.
Remarkable, isn't she? No blast injuries, no Vaga venom. Restored to full working order.
But why her? All that temporal engineering, all that energy for a demonstration?
Oh, no. No. The techniques we've used for resurrections in the past were effective, but hardly suitable for mass implementation. Far too complex and time-consuming. Collis here would never have made the grade for that. No offense.
None taken.
Mass implementation?
In theory, we can process 100 of our soldiers every day.
You're resurrecting Time Lord troops en masse? So Collis
is part of our first batch, along with everyone else from Vildar and several other battlefields. She wasn't resurrected to make a point, you see. We'd already brought her back, hours ago, before you'd even been revived.
But that many, that quickly? It's impossible.
If I might be permitted to explain.
No, of course. I'm hardly au fait with all the technical details.
You say this is impossible, Time Lord. Well, we on this world are purveyors of magic. The impossible is our very essence. That which you think impossible is but child's play to us.
Even magic can't restore things that don't exist.
Oh, but your Gallifreyan dead do exist. Do you not recall? Their minds, their essences, their everything captured at the moment of death. Captured, copied, and stored in, what do you call it, the APC net?
Of course.
To us, that information is just electrical impulses. We can't really do anything with it.
But to a technomancer, to a being on the dividing line between science and the supernatural,
the APC net holds your souls. You understand admirably.
Not entirely, but I'm beginning to get the idea.
Keeping their consciousness alive isn't in itself a problem.
And if we're quick enough collecting the bodies, restoring their physical form isn't too difficult either.
It's joining the two together we've always struggled with. Converting the electronic data into an actual mind. Reigniting that spark of life within. Fusing the technological with the abstract.
And so you came to the technomancers, who do it every day.
Precisely.
It's easy for them. They pluck the departed souls from their electronic afterlife, replace them in their original bodies, and voila.
An army that never dies.
Yes. Well, no. They do die. But then they come back. And if they die again, they come back again. The Daleks can strike down our people as often as they like, but they'll always return to the fight. Isn't that marvelous?
And you think that's a good thing?
Don't you? A never-ending supply of soldiers, impossible to eliminate, impossible to subdue.
It's an atrocity. The trauma of regeneration is bad enough, but to die completely? I can only imagine what that must feel like. Then for it to happen over and over again, it's an abomination. They're not people, they're cannon fodder.
Don't I get a say in this? It's all very well demanding the dead stay dead when you're alive. From my perspective, I see things a little differently.
You can't want to return to the front, Collis. You didn't want to go in your first life. I doubt death's altered your perspective that much.
On the contrary, No one knows what we're fighting for more than the dead. We know what it is everyone stands to lose, what the Daleks take from people. I can't let anybody else go through what I've experienced, not with a clean conscience. How could I sleep at night?
There you are, from the horse's mouth, so to speak. What possible objections could you have?
I need time to process this. It's all too new, too sudden.
I understand. You've barely woken from cryosleep and we're already getting metaphysical. It must be very disorientating. Solex, find our guest a room.
Of course.
I don't need a room.
You need rest. You've gone through a lot. It'll all seem much clearer in the morning. Please, go with Solex.
Very well. But don't think it is over. It is far from over.
This way. The Technomancers provided us with our own wing. It should prove sufficient.
I can hardly wait.
I don't trust him.
He is on our side, is he not?
I believed so. But the Doctor has a reputation for interfering.
But he is mortal. His reputation is as nothing compared to the power of the Horned Ones.
What? Who is it?
Let me in. Collett.
How did you find me?
Well, I hacked into the base... Well, I hesitate to say computer. May I?
Come in.
Were you asleep? I thought you'd had enough rest.
Side effect of the process. A certain degree of fatigue.
I imagine that'll be useful in the battlefield.
Did you want something?
Information. This whole thing troubles me.
You said.
The secrecy in particular. What are they hiding? What happened when you were brought back? Can you explain the process?
Not really. It's hazy.
Well, what do you remember?
You throwing the grenade.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry about that.
It doesn't matter. I wanted you to.
Perhaps, but I'm still sorry. What's the first thing you remember after that? When you, well, for want of a better term, woke up?
A room. A big room. Echoey. Lots of people everywhere. Some of them I recognized from my troop on Vildar.
Yes? And then what?
Then they brought me here.
Do you think you could find that place again? Maybe take me there?
I could try.
Good. Then what are we waiting for? Let's go.
This way, I think.
Not so loud. I'd rather we weren't discovered before I'm good and ready.
Of course, sorry.
Someone's coming. Hide. It's the Chancellery Guard. Wonder what they're up to.
What are you?
Just a little diversion.
Travel well. Send my best to Gallifrey.
Interesting. The Chancellery Guard's work here is apparently done for now.
You want to find this room or not?
Oh, yeah, yes, of course. Lead on.
O Horned Ones, hear me. I bring you these lost souls. In battle their lives ended. In blood was their final cry. I, who am not worthy to worship you, most humbly request that you return them to us, that you restore them to this universe.
There we are. I don't think they can see us up here.
Bit like a church, only with rather too many pentagrams and computer banks.
We provide you with the body and the record of their spirit. All we require is but the living energy to bind them together.
There's Jared, watching from the shadows.
He looks uncomfortable.
He always looks uncomfortable.
Fetch the offerings, my acolytes. These lost ones have been prepared according to the ancient rituals. They are cleansed and ready. All must be perfect for you, O my masters. We have bound the first to the sacred stone and shall commence the ritual.
Sacred stone, my foot. That's an energy transference unit. If you ignore the mumbo-jumbo, it's actually a relatively simple process.
If you say so.
Interesting. It's got 2 alcoves, see? But they've only put a body in the first. So what's going in the second?
The offerings have arrived. Bring them forth.
That's not possible.
You're saying that a lot. Haven't you learned by now? Nothing's impossible to the Horned Ones.
Do you know who they are? Those creatures down there, do you know what species?
I know you're going to tell me.
They're Vildarans. Remember Vildar, where we met? That's the alien race erased from time by the Daleks' Annihilator.
They don't look very erased to me.
No. So what are they doing here? And how?
Attach the first offering to the sacred stone.
He's not saying much. Vildarans are usually quite a chatty species. This one seems rather subdued. Don't understand. Was somebody lying to me?
Well, at least you know what the second alcove's for. They've wired him up to it.
I don't like the look of this. I don't like the look of this at all.
The offering is ready. A pure innocent. A being of the light, presented to you who live in darkness. We give him over in the hope he will prove worthy. Thus, I strike my staff. Take him, so that another may rise.
No, they killed him.
I thought the Vildarans were already dead.
Let he who lived once live again.
I thought so too. But it seems they're using the Vildarans as a power source, feeding off their life energies to generate the resurrections.
Omika's ghost!
Coordinator Jared?
Sorry, it was just very sudden.
Where am I?
You have risen from the shadows. You have returned. You are home.
Let's get out of here. I've seen enough.
Right.
Stealing life energy. It was bad enough when I thought the resurrections had no actual cost.
I don't see what the problem is.
Don't you? A sentient being was killed to bring you back to life. Doesn't that trouble you in any way?
A sentient being that was already dead, according to you.
Well, yes. Well, I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but that's beside the point. This is murder.
How?
What?
Seriously, tell me how. Because the way I see it, there are, at this exact moment, the same amount of people alive here as there were 5 minutes ago. We've simply swapped who's dead.
Don't be absurd.
I'm not being absurd. If a dead Time Lord has to absorb the energy from one of those things to live, why shouldn't they?
Because the Vildarans are being killed to provide that energy.
And how's that different from eating meat? What you're seeing here is a universal rule of life, a food chain, nothing more.
They were intelligent beings, not a ready meal. They were artistic, intellectual, beautiful.
Which is what brought them to the Daleks' attention in the first place. There's an awful lot of races like that out there in the cosmos, and the Daleks want to destroy them all. We're the only chance of stopping them. If sacrificing the Vildarans makes that happen a day sooner, we've got to do it surely. How many other species like them have to fall? How many people have to die?
You know, Collis, I thought I'd got through to you back on Vildar. I thought you understood. Clearly, I overestimated you.
Oh, come on.
You've changed.
Have I?
Oh, very much so, and for the worse.
Where are you going? Your room's this way.
I'm not going to my room. I'm going back in there. But ground level this time. This operation has to end. Now!
No, wait.
What has happened? I remember... The last thing I remember... Daleks!
Yes, but not here. Don't worry about it.
Remove this one to the antechamber. We shall prepare the next rebirth.
All the Daleks...
Stop! Stop this at once!
Who profanes our temple?
I'll give you one guess. My dear fellow, how lovely to see you.
Don't patronize me, Jared.
I tried to stop him.
This is a sacred space. You should not be here.
Sacred, don't make me laugh.
Maybe we should discuss this outside. The technomancers have rituals to complete.
Yes, I saw their rituals. I saw the appalling cost this little operation of yours has.
You saw?
And I'm here to tell you it's over. Finished. As dead as any of those poor wretches whose lives you've thrown away.
You don't have the authority.
I don't need authority. I have a screwdriver.
How dare you!
How dare you, sir?
You do not understand that technology, Time Lord. You meddle in things you cannot possibly comprehend.
I comprehend them all too well. This is an energy transference unit. We use them all the time back home.
I'd get away from that if I were you.
Do not worry, Jared. We have nothing to fear from him.
What in?
He did try to tell you.
It's not an energy transference unit.
It has a somewhat different power source.
What is that thing?
The salvation of your people. The power and magic of the Horned Ones. And you desecrate it.
Heretic! Heretic! Unbeliever!
Get off me!
You must die for this!
Is this normal?
Shadavar, is something the matter? The revivals don't usually act this way.
They're not usually provoked this way.
If they get closer to that thing, it'll fry them both.
Shadavar, I'm really not sure I can let this happen.
You desire our assistance, then object to the consequences.
Let me go!
Collis, help me!
I can't. Oh! Get off him!
I will not!
Collis, don't interfere!
I said, get off! Are you all right?
Collis, look out!
Out of the way!
You heathen, you destroyed him!
I did not. He was trying to run me into that thing. I got out of his way.
You must die for this.
No! Don't kill him!
What's got you so angry all of a sudden, Shadavar? What does it matter to you?
You have obliterated one of the risen, beyond all hope of resurrection.
Yes, but a Time Lord. You've made your indifference to us very clear. No, there's something else happening here.
You must pay for your crime.
No! Shadavar, please. He will pay, I'm sure he will. But we shouldn't do anything hasty. We wouldn't want to sour relations with the High Council, now would we?
Take him away!
I can walk without help. Thank you.
Good. Good.
Come with me, Jared. I would speak with you.
Now, we've an awful lot more bodies to be going on with.
Dare you defy me to I demand conference, now!
Well, if you insist. So, how can I help you?
You are a fool, Jared, an imbecile. I do not think I tell you this enough.
I'm sorry.
You believe this interloper to be an emissary of your High Council. He is not.
But I saw his authorization.
You saw nothing of the kind. You saw what he wanted you to see. He lied. This is why I call you a fool, Jared. You know him to be a liar and a charlatan, yet you still let him deceive you.
I don't understand. How could he be anything other than...
Psychic paper, a trick to fool weak minds.
I don't have a... Oh.
He has violated our sanctuary through false pretenses and brought death in his wake. We will still execute him. Your people cannot truly object.
But you stopped. Back there when I mentioned the High Council.
That is not why he yet lives.
So why?
We have until now assuaged your people's cowardice by using those unwritten souls of the non-time in our ritual. A compromise that is, at best, adequate. But if we sacrificed one who was truly alive...
You're going to use him?
Why not? To execute him any other way would seem a waste.
Even if he doesn't have the authority of the High Council, I can't see them taking news of his death all that well. I mean, politically.
Well, then don't tell them. They were not aware of his presence on Vildar. They need not know of his arrival here.
Too late, I'm afraid. I sent a message.
Through our communication systems, I know, but our technology is different from yours, remember? That message has not left this world, and it will not. Not until I allow it.
I wondered why they were taking so long to send someone.
Your superiors need never know he was here. Need never know what happened to him.
No, I can't permit this.
I have decided it shall occur. Or would you wish to take his place?
Who is it? Who's there? Ah, Jared. Don't tell me you're still carrying on with this farce.
You haven't left me any choice. I thought you might have escaped. You do have a reputation.
As Shadover is keen to remind me, this place works on different rules. A chalk circle on the floor might not be the most obviously secure prison I've ever been kept in, but it's undeniably effective.
That's magic for you.
Yes, which brings me onto an obvious question. What exactly is happening here, Jared? You've been lying to me.
Oh, I'd say misleading you at worst.
That thing looking like an energy transference unit.
A concession to our delicate sensibilities, apparently. They shape their technology in recognizable forms to aid our comprehension.
So, what is it, really?
I'm not entirely sure. Some kind of dimensional alternator. There's probably a more magical word for it.
But it stole the life energy of the Vildarans.
No, that's not it at all. The Technomancers use their powers to snatch the Vildarans from non-time. That's why we allowed them to be used. The Annihilator has already destroyed them. Without the magic of the mages, they wouldn't exist.
So you ensure they get killed twice?
Well, they're dead either way. Why not make it count for something?
Apart from a pathetic attempt to salve your conscience, I'm not sure what point you're trying to make.
My point is that they are already dead. They have no life force to transfer.
So, why kill them?
Can you kill someone who's dead?
Quibble with semantics, man. Answer the question.
But if you were there, you must know, surely. They were perfectly clear. It's a sacrifice.
A sacrifice? I thought that was a metaphor.
The Technomancers don't deal in metaphors. The Vildarans, any of the species we use, they are offerings to the Horned Ones.
I see.
That's the source of their power. They're hibernating gods. Those things feed on sacrifice and death and offer up magic in return.
These are the beings we've seen fit to ally with.
Might I remind you that we're at war? We can't afford to be picky. Evil that hibernates is better than evil that's awake, surely.
No. There's something you're not telling me. Shadowvar was incensed when that revitalized chap died. That doesn't make any sense. What are they getting out of this? The longer you don't tell me, the more worried I get. Well, they're going to kill me. You might as well explain.
Very well. Every revived soldier we bring back contains a fragment of a Horned One.
What?
They've always struggled to exist in this dimension. We're simply offering them a vessel to get out and about in.
You're giving physical form to the Horned Ones?
Only the tiniest part.
You believe that, Jared? These things feed on death. No wonder that one tried to kill me. No wonder Colliers seems so changed.
We've noticed some alterations to our returnees, I suppose. Yes.
And yet you continue.
If they came back a little more aggressive than they were before, well, that's hardly going to hurt the war effort, now is it?
And if you have to resurrect them again, what then? Do they get more fragments? If they die often enough, do they build up the complete set? Do they become the Horned One?
We do what needs to be done.
What needs to be done? You're unleashing something far worse than the Daleks upon the universe.
Well, that's just conjecture.
Conjecture be damned. You've completely lost sight of what's happening here, haven't you?
I think I've heard enough.
Collis, what are you doing?
I got here just before you arrived, looking for the truth. Now I wish I hadn't.
A new, fresh form is being prepared, my lord. This time, it will be one of the alive. This time, one of you may rise fully. As more step into this world, your powers will grow. You will be indestructible.
Shadowvar? Shadowvar, are you in there?
Enter!
You wanted to supervise the arrangements?
Yes. Yes, I did. Please, sit. Now.
But, why, Collis? Why? Why did you come here?
He said I'd changed. He was right. I felt something else in my mind. Something filled with hate. I needed answers. He seemed the best person to ask.
Did you get people's permission to let a demon into them, Jared?
That is needlessly confrontational.
I don't know what to do.
Collis, you may have a fragment of one of those monsters inside you, but you're still you. You're still the person who helped me on Vildar. You still know right from wrong.
Do I? I'm not so sure.
Please.
You don't regret it, do you, Collis? We brought you back. We brought you back to life. Surely that's a good thing.
It is. And the old Collis would probably have been grateful. But that's the flaw in your plan, you see. As you say, I'm more aggressive now. I feel the anger burning in me. The need for violence! Ah!
What, are you going to do now?
Looks like helping you is habit forming. Quickly! We need to be moving. I don't know how much time we have.
Well, you might have to leave me. I may have mentioned this cell is rather tricky to escape from.
For you, perhaps, from the inside. But for me, it's just chalk. I'm just have to break the circle. This way. Come on.
You will bring him to me at the witching hour. If you wish to provide an honor guard, you may attend. No one else.
Jared's really agreed to this.
What's that?
What's what?
The spell has broken. I do not know how, but it has. Our prisoner has escaped.
The renegade?
Leave me. I will deal with this.
Where exactly are we heading?
Jared's quarters. Same block as yours. He has a TARDIS there. We can use it to get off-world.
Won't the Technomancer's spells prevent our departure?
Good point. Listen.
Getting awfully windy in here, isn't it?
It's them. Quickly!
You dare attempt to best me, Time Lord. My masters will feast on your death. Your blood will make them whole.
Why are you stopping?
I hear him. Shadowar. He's building a barrier.
Where? I can't... Yes, he is, isn't he? I can see it! I can see it all.
Hey?
Oh, they didn't think this through at all, did they?
What are you talking about?
I'd never have understood any of this before. But since I've got part of those creatures inside me...
You can make sense of it.
Yes! No! More than that. I can control it. I can fight back!
I must deal with this personally.
He's gone.
You did it!
Which gives me an idea. Let's go!
But we can't leave.
Don't worry. Getting away is the easy part. The spells won't be in place much longer.
Won't? What are you planning?
You've got to keep moving. They'll send something after us.
Tell me.
I'm going to stop this. I'm going to wipe the Technomancers from the face of the universe. Stop the Horned Ones forever.
You really have changed, haven't you?
I didn't want to be this. But if it's what they've turned me into, if it's how they brought me back...
Behind you, mages! And I think they're about to... Ooh. That's what I call powerful magic.
But I can't suppress it! You think you can stop me? I have the power of the Horned Ones!
Well, they know what you're up to. They're coming for you. They'll keep coming.
Let them come. I have a god inside me.
Shadowvar will try to kill you. He's more powerful than that lot.
I'm not afraid of death. I've been there. It could be worse.
But...
Go! Find Jared's TARDIS. Get out of here. You've done all you can.
No, you died because of me. Because you were helping me. I can't let you do this alone.
And end up dead yourself.
I'm not afraid of death either. I resigned myself to it the moment I started fighting this war.
Then come on.
It might help if you told me where we were going.
I'm not exactly sure, but I can sense it. This is the place.
Where are we? I don't recognize it.
The crypt of non-time.
Non-time?
Here the mages can reach into worlds that no longer exist. Pluck things out.
So, this is where they found the Vildarans.
And where I'll finish them off.
I take it you're bringing someone here?
Not someone. Something.
Oh no. Not that thing. You brought it back from... Collis! Look out!
You dare defy me? You think the tiny fragments of my lord you hold within you can stand up to their chosen servant?
The controls. There, you've got...
You can't ask me that.
Please. It's too late for me now. Must do it.
No choice now.
You will burn in endless agony, girl.
Shadowheart, stop what you're doing. Leave her alone.
You think you can threaten me with whatever worthless brand of mere physical science that device represents?
Shadowheart, you still have a chance. Perhaps I'm wrong about the Horned Ones. Maybe they're not the colossal force for evil I think they are. Prove that to me. Let her go. Let her go, and I won't have to do this.
You dare to bargain? You cannot do anything.
Oh, Collins! I can't let you die again.
Don't make it me for
No! Even one of the chosen could not stand up to me. What chance have you, little man?
No! Wait!
Why?
Don't you want to know what this is?
No, why should I? All I know is, it is inferior. That is enough.
Well, that's a pity for you.
What's happening?
It's called the Annihilator. It's the whole reason I'm here. I'd erased it from time, but Collis brought it back, just now, to remove you and your wretched masters from time itself.
No, you would not.
Dare! I already have!
You will not do this!
Goodbye and good riddance! Now, that doesn't sound good. Where did you say Jarrett's TARDIS was again? Coordinator Jarrett! Coordinator Jarrett!
Solex, what's going on?
I was going to ask you the same thing. 1 minute the mages weren't everywhere, but now they've...
It's the Doctor! The Doctor must have done this! My TARDIS! Quickly!
Ah, hello there.
What did you do?
What happened to the Technomancers?
Erased from history, I'm afraid. Not my idea, but I'm not complaining.
I beg your pardon.
So how come this place is still here?
It's the way the Annihilator works. Did work. I imagine it'll shortly be smashed to pieces under a pile of rubble.
So will we if we don't get out of here?
I've spotted that. Where's your TARDIS?
Well, it used to be down there.
How are we going to get to it now?
We can't. Happy now, old man. Everything was going well until you interfered.
You know, people have often said that sort of thing to me.
And now, because of you, we're going to get buried alive.
Are we?
It's a TARDIS.
Not just any TARDIS. My TARDIS. What on earth is it doing here?
I'd say there are better times to ask that question. Mainly when we've escaped.
Quite right. In you go. Peace and quiet, what a relief.
I hope you continue to believe that.
Oh, hello. Olystra.
Mum.
Well, isn't this nice?
What are you doing in my ship?
Your ship? Is it really yours? I was under the impression that you'd stolen it. At least that's what our records indicate.
Answer the question.
I found it on Vildar, abandoned. I thought you'd want it back. So when Gerard's message informed the High Council of your location, I decided to bring it over to you.
Really? How kind. I am most grateful.
The message got out. At last.
I'd been searching for you, you see.
Searching for me? Why?
I'm afraid your actions have left the answer to that question a little complicated. The High Council was very displeased with your destruction of the Annihilator.
You surprise me.
The Annihilator? But I...
Quiet now. Grown-ups are talking.
You mean he was in trouble already? I should have known. Did you see what he did to Aldris?
Oh, I don't doubt he's left a trail of devastation in his wake. It's what he does.
I am still here, you know.
Which makes the instructions I've been given all the more appropriate.
Ordering you about, are they?
As I was already trying to locate you, the High Council decided I'd be the best person for the job. I agreed.
Job? What job?
Prisoner 101. You are now under arrest. You are officially a war criminal.